In today's video, I'll be showing you 11 must-have farms for your Minecraft Bedrock world. And guys, all these farms work on the latest edition of Minecraft Bedrock being 1.21.31. For the past 3 years, you've heard my voice through the Fifine K688 microphone. It has really been a reliable and solid mic, but thanks to Fifine who sponsored this video for upgrading me to their brand new K688 mic. The K688 is a dynamic broadcast mic with XLR/USB dual connectivity, so it's perfect whether you're just starting out or stepping up your game with an interface. It's got a slick modern design, but what's really amazing is that it comes with a pre-installed shock mount to cancel out any extra noise or vibrations. Whether you're in a noisy environment or just want a professional studio sound, the K688 focuses on your voice and blocks out any unwanted background noise like a pro. But hey, enough talking, let me show you what I mean. Right now I'm speaking through the trusty K678. It's still solid, right? Now let's switch it up. Here's the brand new K688. Can you hear the difference? It's night and day. The depth, the clarity, the K688 just takes it to another level. And for your information, these comparisons were done with the mics having no filters on. So if you'd like to upgrade your sound for content creation, streaming, or for gaming, check out the link below for a 15% off on your next purchase with the code 15Fifine688. So without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the video. And for the first farm, we have a compact underground LAXP farm, which will get you more than 30 levels with just one potion of infestation within just minutes. And without wasting any more time, here's everything you need to build this farm. You will need all of these items. And for the tridents, I recommend getting at least 2 or more so that you don't lag up your worlds too much. But go ahead and grab all the items. And once you're done, go ahead and dig a 2x2 block hole into the ground like this. Then you're going to want to make it 2 blocks deep. Now you're going to want to choose one corner and dig down by 1 block. Then dig out by 4 blocks, just like this. And once you're done with that, in the last block, you're going to want to dig 1 block and place an observer like so with the red dot facing upwards. Then go down by 4 blocks. Break this block and replace it with another observer like so. Then you can fill this hole in and you should see the observer flashing on and off just like that. And on that you can place our sticky piston, and our sticky piston should be extending like that. Grab your slab and place it right here and make your way out of the farm and dig down until you see our piston and place 1 block and place our lever and turn it on for now. Now that you're done placing lever, break these 3 blocks right here and replace them with our glass blocks. Now jump back down here, replace this block with a slab just like that. Then grab your dispenser and place one right here. Once you place the dispenser, the next step is to bring in the allay. Do that, place some temporary blocks right here. Then you can make a room just like this. And once you're done making the room, now go ahead and get some allay. And here are some items you'll need to make getting the allays easier. To be able to easily bring them with you, you will need a lead. If you'd like to get extra allays, to be able to breed them, you will need a jukebox, a music disc of any kind, and some amethyst shards. But those are only if you'd like to duplicate/breed your allays. And once you guys have your items, you're going to want to find a pillager outpost, which looks a little like this. You should be able to easily find these with some maps, or you can use chunkbase.com to be able to easily find these outposts. And in these outposts, there should be a few of these little structures right here. And inside them, often you will find multiple allays, but in this one, there's just one. However, there are multiple of these, so let's check out the other one. And boom, in this one, there's 2 allays. And now, all you have to do is just break all 3 of these home. So to do that, just free these prisons and grab your leads, and you can lead them by shift-clicking onto them. So if you lead them, they'll follow you around, and go ahead and bring these to your farm. And once you guys have your allays, and once they're inside, just trap them in. Now you're going to want to send them down the hole. And once you send them down the hole, you're going to want to cover it with a slab, and you can push it down in with a piston if you're having a hard time getting them down this hole. Once you have your allays down here, grab your dispenser and place it facing downwards into our slab like that. Then you can grab your remaining glass blocks and fill in this area. And now for the last step, just grab your buttons and place one up here. And for the last one, you're going to want to skip this block, break 3 blocks down, and place your button in the dispenser. And before you start using this farm, you're going to want to break one of these blocks and throw in a couple tridents onto the slab just like this. Then you can cover up the farm, then open up the dispenser up here and place in your water bucket. And that should be the farm almost complete. For the last step, all we need to do is fill in this dispenser with our potions of infestation. Now I'll show you how you can make these potions. And now to get this farm to work, you'll need to make some of these potions of infestation. And to make those, you will need some stone blocks, some gunpowder, some nether warts, some blaze rods, some empty water bottles, and a brewing stand. You're going to want to dig a 2x2 into the hole like this, and then place 2 water buckets on opposing corners like that to make an infinite water source. Now go ahead and place down your brewing stand and just get yourself some water bottles as well. Then open the brewing stand and place in your 3 water bottles. Then into that, you're going to want to first place in some blaze powder and some nether warts. And once that's done brewing, you should get some awkward potions. So the next step, you're going to want to place in some stone block.
And once it's done brewing, you should get some normal potions of infestation. But to turn them into splash potions, all you have to do is just place in a gunpowder. And finally, once you're done, we have our splash potions of infestation. And once you guys have a couple of these potions, open up the dispenser and place in all of them just like this. And now I'll show you how you can use this farm. So to use this farm, the first thing is you're going to want to make sure that our trident killer is on. Now I'll tell you how you can use this farm. So first you're going to want to press this water dispenser button, and as soon as you press that, you're going to want to press this other dispenser, and that should splash the potions of infestation. Then you're going to want to wait for 30 seconds and press the water button again. And while this happens, we should already get some XP. Then you're going to want to wait 10 seconds before turning on the water for 30 more seconds. You can do that about 5 times for one potion. So make sure that you leave a 10-second gap every time. If not, our allays will die. So let me show you how it works. Press the water button, then splash them with the potions of infestation. And as soon as the potion is splashed, you have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to use this farm. Now you're going to want to wait for about 30 seconds. And once 30 seconds pass, press this button. Now you're going to want to wait a couple seconds until most of these silverfish are dead. And now that it's been a couple seconds and all the silverfish have cleared up, we can use this farm for another 30 seconds. Just like that, you can get all this other XP as well, and keep repeating this until the potion wears off. And as you guys can see, just in a minute, we're already up to level 16, and you can do this until the potion wears out.
Now let's move on to another kind of XP farm, which doesn't require you to get a lace, and that is the beginner-friendly, fully automatic kelp XP farm. This farm uses kelp, which then gets smelted, and you can get the XP from the furnace.
And guys, as per the cobblestone blocks, you can use any solid blocks of your choice, and for the 7 trapdoors, those are completely optional. You can replace them with solid blocks as well, and for the 3 glass blocks, those are also optional, as you can replace them with any blocks of your choice. But make sure to grab everything else. And once you guys have everything, find yourself a nice little open area like this, and the first step to build this farm is to grab your cobblestone blocks and then go ahead and make a T shape just like this. Then add one more block up here and break the center block. Now in the center, you're going to want to replace it with a redstone repeater like this. Then grab yourself a redstone torch and place it on the side of that block. Then to finish this super fast redstone clock, place a redstone dust right here. And now to stop it, just place a lever and turn it on. Now you're going to want to extend this redstone line by 1 block and 1 block to this way as well. Now break this block and replace it with a redstone repeater. Once you place down the repeater, go ahead and flick it once just like this. Now break this block and replace it with a normal piston facing upwards like that. Then on this block, go ahead and place your sticky piston, which should automatically get extended. Then place a block right here, and on top of that you can place your sand block. Then place your second sand block on the extended hand of the piston. Now you can place 2 solid blocks right here and 1 more block on top of our sticky piston. Now to be able to get the XP from the kelp, you're going to want to grab yourself a smoker or a furnace and place it on this side of the sand block. Then while crouching, place a hopper going to the top of the furnace. Then crouch right here and place another hopper going to that one. Now place a chest down here with your last hopper going into the chest from the furnace. And if you guys want, go ahead and pause the video and make sure that your hoppers are flowing exactly like this, as if not, the farm will not work. Now while crouching, grab your glass block and place it right here on the second hopper. Then place another temporary block, then your second glass block on top. Go ahead and break this temporary block. Now place a solid block right here. Then you can place a piston like this. Make sure that the piston is facing towards our sand block. Then to power this piston, you're going to want to place 2 observers just like so. Make sure that they're both observing this redstone line. Then place a block on top. And finally, on top of that solid block, go ahead and place in your redstone dust. On top of this piston, go ahead and place in another solid block, then a cobblestone slab or stair just like so. We will go ahead and waterlog this soon. Now place your trapdoors and place them on 3 sides of our slab and close them up. Then you're going to want to place a trapdoor right here and another one to its side, then close it up as well, and go ahead and do it on the other side. Once you're done, it should look like this. Now all you have to do is grab your water bucket and waterlog the top slab, and once you've done that, the water should flow exactly like so. And on the sand block, go ahead and place in your kelp just like this, and for one of the final steps, grab your second lever, and while crouching, place it on top of the furnace. And now for the last step, before we can use this farm, all you have to do is go ahead and set this repeater to 1 tick delay just like that, and just like that, the farm is complete. Now I'll show you how you can use this farm. So once you guys have built this farm, to use it, all you have to do is flick this lever like this, and just like that, the kelp will automatically grow and be broken instantly, and all of the kelp will be collected right into this smoker. And if you guys don't want to lose any of the kelp like this, all you have to do is place some more trapdoors right here and close up the farm completely. But I'll leave it open for now so you can see better. But if you guys don't want to lose anything, go ahead and cover it up. And first I'll show you how you can get the XP from this farm, then I'll help you troubleshoot if you guys are having any issues. And to get the XP from this farm, all you have to do is place some coal or any fuel source into our smoker, then wait for some kelp block to be smelted. So as you guys can see, just from turning on the farm for a couple minutes, these hoppers are already filled with kelp, and after about 10 minutes, we already have 4.5 stacks of dried kelp. So for the more kelp you wait for it to smelt, the more XP you'll get. But once you're satisfied with the amount of kelp, all you have to do is flick this lever, then wait for 1 dried kelp to smelt. Then you can go ahead and grab it just like that, and do it a couple more times to get the full XP stored in the furnace. And just like that, after removing a couple from the furnace, we're up to level 7 for just 4 stacks of smelted items. And guys, obviously the more kelp you wait for it to smelt, the more XP you'll get directly from this furnace. And guys, if you use a normal furnace, you can also get more XP than using a smoker. And if you're worried about fuel, all you need is a crafting table, as with these dried kelp, you can easily turn them into dried kelp blocks, which are a super good fuel source, as they can smelt up to 81 items per block. So you can easily hook this up to a auto crafter and get infinite fuel as well, so this farm will never stop producing XP. And guys, now finally for some quick troubleshooting tips for those of you who are having a hard time with this farm. First of all, I recommend checking that you've built this clock correctly and have added the 1 tick delay for this repeater. And also make sure to add the 1 tick delay back here as well, as if not, the farm will not work. And you're also going to want to make sure that these 2 observers are observing this redstone line, as if not, the top piston will not expand, and make sure to put the redstone line up here as well. And for the final step, make sure that you place the 2 sand blocks correctly and that you're using a sticky piston right here.
Now moving on from XP, we have another super important item you need to progress in the game, and that is iron. And the best way to get iron is by building yourself a super compact iron golem farm just like this.
You'll need about a stack of building blocks, 20 workbenches, and in this case I'll be using some fletching tables, as they will get you the best rates and are super easy to craft. A bucket of lava and water, 20 beds, 3 hoppers, 2 chests, 1 piece of glass. You can also use a slab instead, a torch, 20 villagers, and 3 signs. And guys, as per the villagers, you will need about 2 to start the farm off with, and then naturally they'll grow to become 20. So to start off, you'll need 2. So once you guys have everything to start off building this farm, you're going to want to find the correct location. So to do that, you're going to want to make sure that the location you choose is at least 150 blocks away from any other villages in any direction. So just look around and make sure there's no other villages nearby. And guys, if you have other structures that have villagers and beds in them, those count as villages. So make sure to build this far away from any villagers of any kind. So once the area is all good, make your way down to the floor, and you're going to want to dig out a 5 by 5, and you're going to want to make it 9 blocks deep. So at the end, you should have a hole that's 5 by 5 by 9. And once you guys are done digging out the hole, you're going to want to grab your temporary blocks, which in this case I'll be using cobblestone, and go to a corner and place 2 blocks just like this, skip the center block, and place 2 more. Now you're going to want to extend out these until they reach the other wall, and repeat that on this side as well, so just like that. Now you can grab your beds and place 5 on either side just like this, and once you're done on both sides, you're going to want to crouch and break these 2 solid blocks under each bed, making sure not to break the bed. And if you accidentally break the beds, all you have to do is just replace the solid blocks and then place the bed on top, then break it more carefully next time. So once you're done breaking all these blocks, you're going to want to grab the remaining beds and then place them down underneath just like this. So in total, we should have placed down all of our 20 beds like so. Now you can grab your solid blocks and then fill in this gap with 2 blocks just like this and fill it all the way. Now on top of this, you're going to want to make a floor, so just fill out every single block, place them on top of our beds like so. Now, this step is really important. To make sure nothing spawns in here, you're going to want to grab a torch and place it in the center, as this is where our villagers will be staying. And now we're going to want to place down our fletching tables. To do that, let's prep the walls first. So break these 3 center blocks and 2 blocks on top just like this, and repeat that on all 4 sides. And once you're done with that, you're going to want to fill in these empty holes with our fletching tables. So that should use up 5 on either side. So in total, that should be all 20 of our blocks used up just like this. And once we're done with that step, this is when you're going to want to bring in 2 villagers into this hole. And obviously if you're doing this in survival, all you need to do is just put a villager in a boat and just push them in just like that. You have 1 villager in there, and if you put in 2 more, and all you have to do is throw them some food like bread or carrots, and they're going to start breeding, and this place will be filled with 20 villagers in no time. But since I'm in creative, I'll just use some spawn eggs for now. And guys, you're going to want to make sure that the farm is filled with at least 10 full-size working villagers before the farm gets started. But if you guys have 20 villagers, that'll be optimal. However, you cannot have nitwits or these baby villagers. So if you see any baby villagers, just wait until they grow up first before the farm starts working. And you're also going to want to avoid nitwits like this, which have a green coat on, as these cannot do jobs and will not help our farm at all. So if you see these, just get rid of them like this. So as you guys can see, once we have 10 villagers, a golem already spawned here, but for now just remove him. And once you guys have put in all 20 of your villagers, you're going to want to close up this area and build up a new floor up here. Just like that, make sure to seal up everything. Now you're going to want to grab your hoppers and choose any corner for now and break these 3 blocks just like this, and then place a hopper going into one of those soil, and then place the other 2 hoppers going into the center one. Now on the opposite corner, you're going to want to place down a solid block, and on top of that, you can place down our water, and the water should flow like this. Now you're going to want to grab our signs, place one right here, and finally one down here. Then grab your lava bucket and place it in this block. So as you guys can see, our signs should stop the lava from flowing out. And if you have any cats in the farm, they'll get killed by the lava just like that. Now to collect our loot, make your way to the corner with the lava, skip this 1 block and dig down by about 4 blocks. And if you break this block, you should see the point of our hopper. And in here, you can place our double chest like this. And to be able to open the chest, you're going to want to break this block and replace it with a slab or a glass block like this. So as you guys can see, the chest is openable. And that is the farm complete. So now all you guys have to do is wait for a bit, and the iron golem should start spawning up here and get automatically killed by our killing chamber, and the loot should be collected. And if you guys want some improved rates, all you have to do is spawn proof an area about 10 by 10 on either side of our farm. So if you guys built it on dirt, you can do it by just right clicking using a shovel like this and turning the grass blocks into these path blocks, which do not allow mobs to spawn on them. So you're going to want to do this for about 10 blocks on all directions of the farm. But if you did it on sand blocks or any other kind of blocks, you can use leaf or slabs to just cover the area like this, and mobs won't spawn on these either, or you can cover them up in leaves, something like this. And guys, if you see no golem spawning, they might be spawning in caves nearby, so just make sure there's no other caves within a 15 block radius of our farm. So as you guys can see, this is fine, there's no other caves here. But if you see any, just spawn proof it by adding some slabs or some leaf blocks. And as you guys can see, just like that, iron golem should be spawning inside our farm, and they'll automatically get pushed by the water into our lava, and after a couple seconds, the iron will be automatically collected and put into our chest.
Now for the 4th farm, we're going back to XP, and this is the most beginner friendly one out there, and that is a super compact fish XP farm. With this farm, not only can you get XP, you can also get some food and also a bunch of loot. So this is a really good starter farm.
So here's everything you'll need to build this farm. Let's just go ahead and grab all these items. And once you guys have all of the items, go ahead and place down your chest like this, then grab your trapdoors. Now go behind the chest and place 3 of your trapdoors just like this, all around this block. Now you're going to want to open them up just like that. Then grab your trapdoors and place them on all 3 sides of our chest just like this. Then grab your bucket of water, and while crouching, press on the chest just like this. Then get your bucket of fish and place it right here. Guys, you can easily get this bucket of fish by grabbing a bucket and going into a nearby lake or ocean, then going near a fish and right clicking to collect it up. And once you guys are done with this step, you're going to want to break these 3 blocks just like this and make them 4 blocks deep in total. Once you've done that, jump down, then break this block and make it 2 blocks into the wall just like that, and place the double chest in the bottom. Now you're going to want to place a hopper going into that chest, and on top of that hopper, while crouching, place a rail, then place a hopper minecart on top. Now while crouching, get rid of the rail. Now guys, this step is super important. Make sure that you do this, if not this farm will not work. And that is to grab a sign and place it right here on the same block as our hopper minecart. So make sure that you place down your sign. Once you've done that, you can grab your ladders and place them up just like this. Then you can make your way out the farm and fill in this area just like that. Now for the last step, all you have to do is grab your bucket of lava and place it right here. And that is actually the farm complete. Now I'll show you how you can use it. And now to use this farm, all you need is a fishing rod. And guys, the better fishing rod you use, the more XP and loot you can get from this farm. So as you guys can see, this one has unbreaking, lure, and luck of the sea. But if you're just starting off, you can use a regular fishing rod. And if you're lucky, you can get some decent ones from our drops. Then you can just use those from later on. But for now, grab your fishing rod. Then you're going to want to aim it near the back trapdoor like this. So as you guys can see, if you're too close, the trapdoor will be highlighted with a black outline. Just walk away until it's not highlighted anymore, just like that. Now move your crosshair, which is a center plus sign, and put it somewhere in the middle, just like this. Now just cast your fishing rod just like that, and wait a couple of seconds, and it will be automatically collected, just like that. And boom, we already got some XP and some loot. Now you just have to repeat that as many times as you want, and you can get all the loot you ever need. And guys, you can easily set up an auto clicker with this farm, which you will just click every couple of seconds, and you can easily get infinite XP, food, and loot. And as you guys can see, just while talking for a couple of seconds, I'm already up to level 2. And if you go down here and check the chest, we already have 6 fish, which is a decent food source. And after a couple more attempts, you'll definitely get some better loot as well. And guys, with this farm, you can get 15 levels in under 10 minutes.
Now moving on, gunpowder is also a really useful item to have, and that is why you need a creeper farm. With this creeper farm, you can get infinite gunpowder with within minutes, and you can build this farm super easily as well.
Everything you need to build this farm. And guys, here's some quick notes. The 4 items highlighted right now are the ones you need to convert this farm to be fully automatic. So if you want this farm to be fully automatic, you'll need those extra items. But if you're okay with it being manual, you don't need those. And then next up, everything in the bottom row, so the 4 stacks of cobblestone and roughly 3.5 stacks of trapdoors are the ones you need per layer of this farm. So depending on how many layers you want, so just multiply how many layers by those items and get all the materials you need to build this farm. So go ahead and grab everything. And guys, once you have everything and you want to get started with building this farm, you're going to want to first choose a good location to build this farm, and that's either over the open ocean, or you can go ahead and build it on top of a mountain, which should be a little bit higher than the surrounding land like this. Then grab your dirt blocks. Now you're going to want to go up by 100 blocks. And once you guys have made it up here 100 blocks above where we started, grab your ladders and place them all the way down. Then make your way back up to the farm. Next, while standing on top of this block, go up by 1 glass block right here and 2 on the other side. Now we're going to want to extend out this platform by 6 more blocks. Then go ahead and fill it in. Once you're done, you should have a rectangular platform like this. Now we're going to want to break these 4 blocks right here and this 1 extra one like so. Then you can grab your hoppers like this and place it going into that block, and the remaining 4 hoppers going into that one. So a little like that. Then you can grab your chest, break these 2 blocks and place it right in front of the hopper, just like so. So first, for the manual version, you're going to want to place down 4 slabs on top of the hopper, then grab your glass blocks and build a wall all the way around, and go ahead and make it 3 blocks high for now. Now you can go ahead and break these 2 blocks right here and place our slabs on top just like that. Now we should be able to easily kill the mobs that fall down here with this little gap, and if there's any creepers, they won't be able to see us and hence will not explode. But for those of you interested in the automatic version of this farm, just go ahead and remove this bottom layer for now. Then you can grab your pistons and place 4 of them just like this. Once you're done placing the pistons, grab your observers and place one observing that and the other one facing that observer. So the arrow should look like that. Now you're just going to want to repeat this in a loop all the way around. And once you're done with that, you can go ahead and grab a lever and place it on the piston right here. And if you extend it, boom, you should see a pulse traveling all the way around. And if you let go, the trident killer should be activated. For now, go ahead and turn it off and just go in and throw in 1 to 2 tridents into our trident killer. Then you can go ahead and seal up the farm. So once you guys are done building the bottom section, either the manual or the automatic, all you're going to want to do is extend out this wall by 17 more blocks. So in total, you should have a wall that's 20 blocks high. And once you guys are done building the bottom section of the farm, we can move on to the next part. And once we're done with that, we can move on to building the water collection part of the farm. To do that, go ahead and place a layer of cobblestone all the way on top just like this. Once you're done, go up by 7 blocks on one side. So in total, it should be 8 blocks long into the center. Repeat that on all 4 sides. Now go ahead and connect them up once you're done making the plus shape, just like this. Repeat it on the other side as well, and connect up all 4 sides, then fill in the centers. Once you're done filling in the whole platform, it should look like this. Now just go to the corner right here and place a temporary block. Remove that temporary block and make a wall 2 blocks high all the way around. Once you're done making the 2 block high wall, grab your leaf blocks and make it 1 block higher all the way around. Now, for the next step, all you have to do is place a solid block in the corner right here, then place a water bucket on top and remove the solid block. Repeat that on all 4 sides. And once you're done putting all the water buckets, it should look like this. You should have a square shape in the center like this. Now grab some more water buckets, then skip 2 blocks from the corner like this, and waterlog all of these blocks until the other side, but make sure to skip 2 from this side as well. Go ahead and repeat that on all 4 sides. And once you guys are done placing all of the water should flow perfectly like this until the end. Now we can move on to building the spawning platform. To do that, make your way to one of the corners, place a temporary block right here, go up by 1 block, then in like this, then delete all these extra blocks. And now from this, you're going to want to bring it out by 6 more blocks on both sides. So it should be a 7 by 7 square, and go ahead and fill that in. Once you're done making that platform, skip 2 blocks like this, place our next block, and make this 7 by 7 as well. Then go ahead and repeat that for the last one as well. You should have 4 7 by 7 platforms, all separated by a 2 block gap, which should look a little like this. Now you can grab your trapdoors, place them along this side right here, and open them up just like that. Repeat that on this side as well. Now you're going to want to do that for all 4 sides. Once you guys are done placing in all of our trapdoors, and now for the next step, grab your cobblestone and go to one of these corners right here. Go in by 1 block and place 2 blocks just like that. Skip 2 blocks, place 2 more, and finally skip 1 and place it right there. Now you're going to want to skip 2 blocks inwards into our platform and place them adjacent to the previous ones. And finally skip 1 block and repeat it on the edge as well. So it should look a little like this. Go ahead and repeat that for all 4 platforms. And once you guys are done spawn proofing the spiders, now we can move on to the next step, which is building the roof. To do that, go ahead, grab your cobblestone and just place it on top like this and fill in the whole area. And once you guys have filled in the top layer like this, to make it so that only creepers will spawn in this farm, just grab your trapdoors and make your way inside just like this, and place a trapdoor on all of the roof. Make sure that you cover every single block. And once you guys are done filling in one of them just like this, repeat it for all 4. And once you guys are done filling in the roofs just like this, all you have to do now is repeat this for however many layers you want. I recommend building at least 3 to 5 layers to get the best performance out of this farm. So just repeat what we did down here, up here until you're satisfied. And once you guys are done building all the layers, for the top layer right here, you're going to want to spawn proof it by placing some cobblestone slabs, or you can use leaves as well. So just fill in all 4 of the tops just like this. And once you're done spawn proofing the top layer and moving on to the last step, grab your leaf blocks and place them on top like this and go up by 7 blocks in total. Now you're going to want to go outwards diagonally like this by 7 blocks as well. Just like that. Now repeat that on the opposite corner as well. And once you're done, you're going to want to connect up these 2 corners and make a massive square. So just go ahead and fill this whole area in. And once you're done building the roof, the farm should be complete. And as you guys can see, the farm should start working. And just like that, we already have some creepers spawning, and they should walk off edge and fall into the water and down into our killing chamber. And now all you have to do is make your way down here. And once you're here, as you guys can see, they're falling down. Just turn on our trident killer. And to get the best results, make sure you're holding a looting 3 sword. And boom, just like that, we almost have a stack of gunpowder just in a couple of minutes. And guys, if you can't get this farm to work the first time around, all you have to do is press escape, go into settings, then just change your difficulty from peaceful to hard mode, and all you have to do is just AFK right here and you should get some creepers spawning.
And for the 6th farm, going back to XP, we have the only truly infinite XP farm, and that utilizes snow golems and zombies. With this farm, you can actually get infinite XP and is also super resource friendly and easy to build.
Here's everything you need to build this farm. And guys, as per the light gray concrete, feel free to use any solid blocks of your choice except cobblestone blocks, as they can be affected by the potions. And if you guys want to use the manual version of this farm, all you need is the items on the left. But if you're okay with a little bit of redstone and want this farm to be fully automatic, make sure to grab the trident, pistons, and observers. So yeah, grab all the items. And once you guys have all the items, make your way to where you want to build this farm. Then to first start off with the manual version, grab your glass block and place 3 of them in a row like this, 2 more, and finally 1 more block right here. Then you can place your fence like so. Next, place 8 blocks on the next layer all the way around. Then in this direction, go ahead and extend the platform by 4 more blocks. And repeat that on the other direction as well. And once you're done, you should end up with a 7x7 square. Now you can grab your solid blocks and make a ring all the way around. Then make it 2 blocks tall. And once you're done with that, grab your water bucket and make your way to the opposite corner from the hole and place the water bucket down. And if you did it correctly, the water should flow perfectly like this. Now with our solid blocks, place 5 of them right here, making this section 2 blocks thick. Repeat that on all 4 sides. And once you're done placing all 20 solid blocks, you should have a platform like this. Now with our glass blocks, make your way inside and place a glass block, a temporary block, a glass block on top of that, and repeat that until you reach the edge. Until it looks like this, then get rid of our temporary blocks. Now go ahead and do the same thing on all 4 of these sides. And once you're done placing all the glass blocks, grab your solid block, and wherever there's no glass block in the bottom, place a solid block back there. Just like this. And each one of these 5 blocks is where our snow golems will end up. So to complete this area, let's make the walls going all the way around. To do that, go to one of these corner blocks and place 3 blocks up like so, then go out by 2, make it the same height. Now you're going to want to repeat this until you reach the other end. And once you reach the other corner, place 3 more blocks and match them up. Now you're going to want to do the same thing for the other 3 sides as well. So go out by 2 blocks, make it the same height, and reach all the way into the next corner. And make the corner 3 blocks tall and connect it up. And once you're doing the last side, just connect it up to the wall that we first built. Now that we have the wall surrounding our farms, we can put in the snow golems. To do that, grab your snow block, place 2 of them right here. Before we place the pumpkin, you're going to want to first place some temporary blocks around here so that our snow golem doesn't escape. Then place the pumpkin, and once you've done that, place in the roof, which can be a solid or glass block. Then remove the 2 temporary blocks. And now you're going to want to do the same step 3 times. And once the 3 iron golems are securely in place, we can place 2 more in these 2 solid blocks. To do that, you can do the same steps. Place a temporary block, grab your snow blocks, place 2 of them, then our pumpkin, and now place a roof up here by placing a temporary block. Then you can remove the temporary block and move this block as well. Now do the same thing here. And once you're done with one side of the wall, you're just going to want to repeat that for the remaining 3. And once you're done placing in all the snow golems, the farm should look like this. And now for the last steps, all you have to do is grab your glass blocks, make your way to the center of the farm and place 2 glass blocks and break the bottom one. Now on top of this block, place a temporary block, then your trapdoor on all 4 sides and close them up, a little like this. Then break this temporary block. And now we're going to want to bring a zombie into this little area. To do that, grab some temporary blocks and place them on top of the trapdoors and make this channel a bit higher. Then bring up these 3 blocks, like 2 more, like this. Then connect this block to the outside this farm and just make a channel until you reach the outside. A little like this. Now make a staircase down until you reach the ground. And once you're done building, just grab a trapdoor, place it right here and fold it down. This will help us push the zombie down. Now wait until it's nighttime and find yourself a zombie. And make sure it can either hold something or just give it a name tag. Then you're going to want to make it follow you up the stairs. And once it comes inside, you're going to want to just punch it down the hole. Just like that. And once you have your zombie down the hole, break the trapdoor and replace it with a solid block. Then go ahead and remove all these extra blocks we've placed. And guys, remove all these extra blocks, but make sure to not remove the blocks directly above the trapdoors, as if you do that, as the snow golems will be able to directly see our zombie and start attacking. So for now, cover it up like this. Now you can grab your dispenser. Now break these 2 blocks, grab your dispenser, and while looking down, you're going to want to place it facing downwards like so. Now you can remove all these extra blocks we've placed. And as soon as these snow golems start seeing our zombie, they're gonna start attacking. But don't worry, since they only shoot snowballs, our zombie is totally safe and cannot get hurt. Now for the last step, all you have to do is place a button on top of the dispenser. And that's the manual version of the farm complete. So to use it later on, for the manual version, all you have to do is grab a sword and the silverfish will come down here and just attack them with our sword and they'll die and you can get all the XP. But now before we move on, I'll show you how you can do the fully automatic version. So to do this version, all you have to do is break this bottom layer of block. Then place a piston right here, skip 2 blocks and place another piston facing inwards. Place one right there, and last one like so. And once you place down all 4 of our pistons, grab your observers, place one like this, then the other one facing into the other observer. Now just make them in a loop going all the way around. To do that, you might need to break a couple of these blocks and just place the observer facing inwards. Then break one of these blocks for now, grab your tridents, throw them in onto the faces of the piston, cover it up, then grab your lever and place it on the piston and turn it on. And if you did everything correctly, the piston should extend in a loop and the trident killer is complete. Now later on, all you have to do is just AFK right here with the trident killer on and you can get all the XP. And now for the last optional step, if you guys want to easily make your way up this farm, you can just grab some blocks, place them down here, and grab your ladders and place them all the way up. So you can easily make your way up here and press the button to turn on the farm. And that's the farm complete. But before we can use it, you'll need to make some potions of infestation. And now to use this farm, all you have to do is press this button. And as soon as that happens, the zombies will be affected by the potion of infestation, and as soon as they get hit, silverfish should start spawning. And now, just make sure that the trident killer is on, so we can get all of the XP. And guys, if you're using a trident killer or the manual method, I recommend using a looting 3 sword to get the most XP. And guys, with just about 1.5 potions, I'm already up to level 45, only in about 5 minutes. And unlike other farms, you don't have to worry about stopping this farm before the potion runs out, as this one is truly infinite and will stay fully active until the potion runs out. And if that happens, all you have to do is just press the button again and start the farm again to get all the XP you ever need.
Next up, we have another compact LA XP farm, but this farm is not underground, but it's also slightly more reliable to get the XP than the underground one. So for those who have the materials, I recommend building this version instead.
And guys, here are all the items you'll need to build this farm. You will need about 19 solid blocks, and guys, for the solid blocks, please use any blocks except cobblestone or normal stone. 21 glass blocks, a lever, 2 buttons, a campfire, a trapdoor of any kind, about 4 pistons, 3 dispensers, 8 observers, and guys, preferably you would want to use a trident with impaling 5 on it, as it will do the most damage to the silverfish. And then you'll need 2 buckets of water. And to start off with building this farm, you're going to want to grab all of the items from before and then find yourself a small empty area like this one over here. Then go ahead and place a piston facing towards you like that, skip 1 block and turn 90 degrees and place another one. Now repeat this on all 4 sides. Once you're done with that, grab your observer, then go ahead and place an observer like this with the arrow facing away from our piston. Now place another observer like this so that the arrow is facing towards this piston. Now go ahead and repeat that on all 4 sides. And once you're done going all the way around, the observers should make a loop just like this. Now grab your solid block and place them behind this piston over here. Then once you're done with that, place another solid block on this one as well. Now you can grab the lever and place it on any of these solid blocks. Now you can grab your 2 buckets of water and waterlog this piston. Then you can go ahead and waterlog the other one. And that should cause the trident killer to go a bit haywire. But go ahead and just flick this lever for now and wait for everything to calm down, and if you unflick it just like that, it should be back to normal. But let's stop the trident killer for now. Once you're done with that, just grab your glass blocks and place them all the way around like this, making a wall around our trident killer. Once you're done, make it 1 block higher, just like that, and now make your way back to the front of the farm. and the front is the side with the lever. Then you're going to want to replace this corner glass block with a solid block and go ahead and place a button. Now next to the solid block, you're going to want to remove these two glass blocks as well and place in dispensers facing inwards like that. And finally, you can place in another dispenser right here. Now you can go ahead and break this glass block behind this dispenser and place a button like so. Now grab your campfire and while crouching, place it on the dispensers right here. Then finally, you're going to want to grab your trapdoor and place it right here on the top half of this block. Now grab your solid blocks and just fill in the whole roof like so. And once you're all done, go ahead and break this top block right here where our campfire is. Now we're going to want to get some allays into this hole. So to help with that, first grab some temporary blocks and place them like so, surrounding all 4 sides of the hole. Now you're going to want to make this a couple blocks taller. So make this about 5 to 6 blocks high. And once you're done with that, go ahead and make a little platform right here for our allays. And once you're done making a small chamber, we can go get our allays. So once you guys are happy with the amount of allays in your farm, all you have to do is just lure them down the hole. To do that, go ahead and throw in a bunch of the items in just like that. And once they go in, you're going to want to close it up and boom, all of them are trapped down there. And once they're trapped in, you can go ahead and remove this temporary box. But guys, make sure to not break the block that's blocking in. If not, they'll just come out. And now you're going to want to grab yourself some temporary blocks and place them like so. Then grab yourself a piston and place it facing downwards up there. Then go ahead and push the block down. And now you're going to want to repeat this until the allays make their way all the way down to the campfire. So as you guys can see, they're still up here. So we can push it down once more. And to check, you just have to check the campfire. And as you guys can see, they're still not here. And guys, before you push them all the way down, you're going to want to make sure to extinguish the campfire first. You can do that by either splashing some water onto the campfire, or you grab yourself a shovel and right click just like that. And once the campfire is extinguished, you can push them all the way down. And boom, you can see them on the campfire. Now you can go ahead and remove all of this little pillar, but make sure to not break the top block. And once you're all done with that, the farm is complete. And now I'll show you how you can use the farm. And now grab yourself your tridents, some flint and steel, the splash potions, the water splash potions, and the potions of infestation. Once we have all those, we can get the farm started. So first, you're just going to want to make a hole anywhere and throw in a couple of tridents. And guys, the more tridents you have, the faster the silverfish will die and the less laggy your game will be. And make sure, if you can, get yourself the impaling enchantment. So once you have a couple tridents in there, go ahead and close up the farm. Now you're going to want to open up this dispenser and place in your flint and steel. This dispenser should be the one in the front of our farm. Then go to the one to the left of that and place in your splash potions of infestation. And then finally, go to this one right here and place in your water bottles. And once you guys have everything set up, so all you have to do to use the farm is to make sure the trident killer is on. Then you're going to want to press this button right here. And boom, the allay should start taking damage and we should get silverfish spawning in. And now if you just stand near the glass, we should get the XP through it. And boom, just like that, we're already at level 13 in just a couple of seconds. And once you guys are satisfied with the amount of levels you have, to turn off the farm, all you have to do is make your way to the backside right here and just press this button. And that should stop the allay taking damage. And guys, if any silverfish escape, just kill them like that. As this farm won't be on for more than a minute anyways, you'll be here to get the XP. And once all the silverfish are dead, you can get all of the levels from the farm. However, guys, you cannot run the farm for more than 1.5 minutes at a time, as if you do so, the allays will die and you'll have to bring new ones in. So to avoid killing the allays, just make sure to stop your farm anywhere after 1 minute. And once you've stopped using the farm, all you need to do is just wait for about 30 seconds for the allay to heal up. As they heal up really quickly, then you can just use the farm again. But don't use the farm for more than 1.5 minutes at a time, but I recommend only using it for 1 minute, so there's a safety buffer.
And next up, we have an Iron Golem XP farm. With this farm, instead of allays, you can use Iron Golem to also get XP super quickly.
These are all the items you'll need to build this farm. And a quick note, as for the tridents, I recommend getting at least 2 tridents for this farm, and we'll be using the carved pumpkin and the 5 blocks of iron to make an iron golem for the farm. And guys, instead of the 2 white concrete blocks I've used here, you can use any solid blocks of your choice, except for any ones that are cobblestone related. So go ahead and grab all these items. And the first step to building this farm is to break 2 blocks like this and place our sticky piston like so. Then on the face of the sticky piston, go ahead and place your magma block. Now break this 1 block, then grab your lever and place it on the piston and extend it. So with that, this magma block should be able to be extended and retracted. Now with our glass blocks, place 4 of them in a row just like this, then extend it out by 3 more blocks on either side like so. And now go ahead and make everything 3 blocks tall. And once you're done with that, place 2 blocks for now right here. Then grab your blocks of iron and carved pumpkin. And now to summon our iron golem, go ahead and break this block right here. Then make a T shape with our iron block, place the carved pumpkin on top. And as soon as it's summoned, you're going to want to trap it in by placing 2 more glass blocks right here and filling this block in. Now our iron golem should be trapped right here. And now to make sure the iron golem won't run away when we extend the magma block, you're going to want to grab our glass panes and place 2 of them right there. Then nudge the iron golem out the way. Then place 2 more right there. And finally, the last 2 up here as well. So now our iron golem should be trapped in one corner. Then for the next step, grab your 2 walls and place them right here. Then you can grab the water, make it to this side of the farm, break this block over here, and place the water right there, then cover it back up. Now to make sure the water flows properly, go ahead and flick this lever for a second, and flick it back, and just like that, the water should flow into our walls. Now grab our remaining glass blocks and place 2 of them right here, and make this wall all the way up. And for the right side, you're going to want to place 2 blocks right there and place 1 more right here. So we should have a block empty in between these 2 other blocks. And next up, go ahead and place in 2 more glass blocks right here with 2 solid blocks on top. Now you can grab your trap doors and place them right here on top of our wall, and when they open up they should look like this. Then place in 2 more trapdoors up here as well, so when you open them they should drop down like so. And now for the last step, all we have to do is to do the redstone, and for that grab some of your glass blocks and place 2 more right here, and then right on top of it place 3 just like so. Then you can grab your redstone dust, place 2 on our solid blocks right there, 1 down here, and 3 more just like so. Then for the last steps, place your comparator right here, followed by the lever like so. And now test out our contraption by flicking this lever and pressing the comparator right there, and just like that we should have a super fast redstone clock. And as you guys can see, the trapdoor should be opening and closing very rapidly. Stop that for now. Then all you have to do is grab your tridents and throw them on top of our trapdoors like so. Then you're going to want to open them up and they should fall down just like that. Now go ahead and flick the lever, and as you guys can see, we should get a super simple trident killer. And when you're not using the farm, you can go ahead and turn it off. And now to use this farm, you're going to want to grab the potions of infestation that we've just made and grab yourself a couple iron ingots. And once you have everything, go ahead and turn on our super fast redstone clock. And once you're done with that, throw the splash potion of infestation on the iron golem like so. Then go ahead and flick the piston just like that, and boom, we should get silverfish spawning. We should then go to our trident killer and get killed, and we should get the XP just like that. And now guys, you're going to want to wait about 45 seconds, and once 45 seconds has passed, you're going to want to revive our iron golem with our iron ingots so that they don't die, and we can use this farm over and over again. So you're going to want to wait until about 40 seconds. Then all you have to do is just right click them with our iron ingot just like that. And since the potion should last about 2.5 minutes, you should be able to use about 3 iron ingots and get a whole bunch of levels super quickly. And once you're satisfied with the amount of levels you've got, just turn off the farm like that. Then wait for the remaining silverfish to die out, and just like that, we're already up to level 30.
And for the 9th farm, we have the mob farm. With this farm, you can get super useful loot and also XP on the side. And with the loot, you can also convert those into emeralds, and that is why it's a super must-have in your worlds.
In today's video, I'll be showing us how you can build yourself the most OP fully automatic mob XP farm for the brand new 1.21.2 edition Minecraft Bedrock. And guys, of course, this farm works on all Minecraft Bedrock platforms, including MCPE, PS4, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and Windows 10 editions. And before we get into it, as you guys can see on screen right now, only about 1.2% of you watching right now are actually subscribed. And if you guys find this video helpful, please do consider subscribing, as it really does mean a lot. And without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the video. And here are all the items you'll need to build this farm. So all of the items, including the leaves on the top, are what you need to build the main part of the farm. But in the bottom, we have the 4 stacks of cobblestone and 56 trapdoors, and those are the ones you need to build each layer of the farm. And finally, the 4 items on the bottom right corner, the observer, piston, trident, and lever, are the items you need to convert this farm into a fully automatic version. So if you guys are okay with a manual one, you don't need those, but if you guys want it automatic, make sure to get all that. So go ahead and grab all the materials. And guys, once you have everything and you want to get started with building this farm, you're going to want to first choose a good location to build this farm, and that's either over the open ocean, or you can go ahead and build it on top of a mountain, which should be a little bit higher than the surrounding land like this. Then grab your dirt blocks. Now you're going to want to go up by 100 blocks. And once you guys have made it up here, 100 blocks above where we started, grab your ladders and place them all the way down. Then make your way back up to the farm. Next, while standing on top of this block, go up by 1 glass block right here and 2 on the other side. Now you're going to want to extend out this platform by 6 more blocks. Then go ahead and fill it in. Once you're done, you should have a rectangular platform like this. Now we're going to want to break these 4 blocks right here and this 1 extra one like so. Then you can grab your hoppers like this and place it going into that block, and the remaining 4 hoppers going into that one. So a little like that. Then you can grab your chest, break these 2 blocks and place it right in front of the hopper, just like so. So first, for the manual version, you're going to want to place down 4 slabs on top of the hopper, then grab your glass blocks and build a wall all the way around, and go ahead and make it 3 blocks high for now. Now you can go ahead and break these 2 blocks right here and place our slabs on top just like that. Now we should be able to easily kill the mobs that fall down here with this little gap, and if there's any creepers, they won't be able to see us and hence will not explode. But for those of you interested in the automatic version of this farm, just go ahead and remove this bottom layer for now. Then you can grab your pistons and place 4 of them just like this. Once you're done placing the pistons, grab your observers and place one observing that and the other one facing that observer. So the arrow should look like that. Now you're just going to want to repeat this in a loop all the way around. And once you're done with that, you can go ahead and grab a lever and place it on the piston right here. And if you extend it, boom, you should see a pulse traveling all the way around. And if you let go, the trident killer should be activated. For now, go ahead and turn it off and just go in and throw in 1 to 2 tridents into our trident killer. Then you can go ahead and seal up the farm. So once you guys are done building the bottom section, either the manual or the automatic, all you're going to want to do is extend out this wall by 17 more blocks. So in total, you should have a wall that's 20 blocks high. And once you guys are done building the bottom section of the farm, we can move on to the next part. And once we're done with that, we can move on to building the water collection part of the farm. To do that, go ahead and place a layer of cobblestone all the way on top just like this. Once you're done, go up by 7 blocks on one side. So in total, it should be 8 blocks long into the center. Repeat that on all 4 sides. Now go ahead and connect them up once you're done making the plus shape, just like this. Repeat it on the other side as well, and connect up all 4 sides, then fill in the centers. Once you're done filling in the whole platform, it should look like this. Now just go to the corner right here and place a temporary block, remove that temporary block and make a wall 2 blocks high all the way around. Once you're done making the 2 block high wall, grab your leaf blocks and make it 1 block higher all the way around. Now, for the next step, all you have to do is place a solid block in the corner right here, then place a water bucket on top and remove the solid block. Repeat that on all 4 sides. And once you're done putting all the water buckets, it should look like this. You should have a square shape in the center like this. Now grab some more water buckets, then skip 2 blocks from the corner like this, and waterlog all of these blocks until the other side, but make sure to skip 2 from this side as well. Go ahead and repeat that on all 4 sides. And once you guys are done placing all of the water should flow perfectly like this until the end. Now we can move on to building the spawning platform. To do that, make your way to one of the corners, place a temporary block right here, go up by 1 block, then in like this, then delete all these extra blocks. And now from this, you're going to want to bring it out by 6 more blocks on both sides. So it should be a 7 by 7 square, and go ahead and fill that in. Once you're done making that platform, skip 2 blocks like this, place our next block, and make this 7 by 7 as well. Then go ahead and repeat that for the last one as well. You should have 4 7 by 7 platforms, all separated by a 2 block gap, which should look a little like this. Now you can grab your trapdoors, place them along this side right here, and open them up just like that. Repeat that on this side as well, and do that for all 4 channels. Now you're going to want to do that for all 4 sides. Once you guys are done placing in all of our trapdoors, the next step is actually optional. If you guys don't mind having spiders in your farm, you can just move on to building more of these layers. But if you guys don't like spiders in your farm, as they do actually make the rate slower for the farm, so if you guys want better rates, I recommend the next step, which should stop spiders from spawning. So to do that, you can either grab some trapdoors or some extra block and go to one of these corners right here, go in by 1 block and place 2 blocks just like that, skip 2 blocks, place 2 more, and finally skip 1 and place it right there. Now you're going to want to skip 2 blocks inwards into our platform and place them adjacent to the previous ones, and finally skip 1 block and repeat it on the edge as well. So it should look a little like this. Go ahead and repeat that for all 4 platforms. And once you guys are done spawn proofing these spiders, we can move on to the next step, which is to repeat this for however many layers you want. So all you have to do is just build another layer on top just like this, and just repeat that until you're satisfied, but I recommend at least 3 to 4 layers to get the best results. And once you guys are done building however many layers you want, in this case I've built 5 layers, you can grab your leaf blocks and go to one of the corners right here and go up by 7 blocks. Once you've done that, you're going to want to go diagonally by 7 more blocks. So it should look a little like this. Go ahead and repeat that on the other side as well. And once you're done with that, go ahead and connect up the top to make a big square. Now that you have the massive square, go ahead and fill it in. And once you're done filling it in, just like that, we should already get mobs spawning. And now for the final step, just grab some more leaf blocks and place them on top of these, just like this, to prevent any mobs from spawning on top. You can use these leaf blocks, or slabs will also work. And that should be building the farm complete. So to use this farm, you're just going to want to AFK right here on the little platform that we've built. And to get the best rates from the farm, you're going to want to make sure your world is in hard mode. To do that, press escape, go into settings, then change the difficulty to hard mode. And guys, a quick tip, if you don't get any mobs to spawn in the beginning, change your game mode to peaceful for a second, then change it back to hard just like that, and you should get some mob spawning. And finally, to get the XP and the loot from the farm, all you're going to want to do is turn on the Trident Killer just like that, and make sure to hold your looting 3 sword for the best results. And as you guys can see, just after a couple seconds, we're already up to level 5. And if you open up the chest, boom, we already have a whole bunch of loot. And as you guys can see, the mobs will continuously spawn.
Now we have another iron farm, but this one can also get you XP. So basically we're taking the non-regenerable iron golem farm from before and mixing it with an iron golem farm so you can easily get iron and also XP. So this is one of the better combos out there.
Here is everything you'll need to build this farm. And guys, here are a couple notes. And guys, for the beds shown in the material list, you'll need at least 20 beds. And also for the fletching tables, you can get any workbenches of your choice, but fletching tables are the best as they give the highest iron golem spawn rate. And guys, for the Trident Killer, you need at least 1, but I recommend getting 2 to 3 for the best results. Finally, instead of the half stack of white concrete, you can use any solid block of your choice, but make sure to not use any blocks which are cobblestone related. So go ahead and grab everything. And guys, once you have everything to start off building this farm, you're going to want to choose a place where you're at least 150 blocks away from any villages or villagers. So make sure that you're decently far away from all sides, then make your way to one corner and break 3 blocks into the ground like this, then 2 blocks right here and 2 more like so. Now you're going to want to place your mango blocks and these 2 more blocks. Then finally grab your sticky pistons and place them just like this right next to our magma block. And on top of each one of these pistons, place a lever like this and make sure that they all can extend out like so. Now skip these 2 blocks right here and break 2 blocks into the ground like so, and 2 more in an L shape and place in your double chest right here. Then grab your hoppers and place one going into the chest and another going into the hopper. On top of the 2 hoppers, place your wall blocks like this. Now place 4 of our glass blocks like this and 3 more on either side, then place 1 more next to the walls as well. Now add 1 more layer to it all the way around just like this, but make sure to leave an empty block right there. Then make another layer going all the way around, so we should have a 3 block high wall. Now over the remaining solid block, skip this block right here and place 2 of our glass panes up there, then break this block right here and replace it with one of our dispensers. Then go to the outside and while crouching, place a button on the dispenser. Now grab some more glass blocks and place them like this to fill in the wall, but make sure to leave a 1 block gap right there. Now you can go ahead and place a water bucket right underneath our dispenser. And to make sure that the water flows correctly, go ahead and extend out all of our pistons. And if you did everything correctly, the water should flow down until our 2 walls right here. Now grab your glass blocks and place 4 of them right here. Then you're going to want to grab some of your solid blocks and place 2 just like so. Now you can grab your trapdoors and place them on top of our walls like this, and when they open up, it should look like that. Then place 2 more up here, and when these open, they should fall down like so. Now for the final bit of redstone we need to do, place a 2x2 glass blocks and 1 more block right there. Then grab your redstone, place 2 on our solid block, 1 more right here. Now place our comparator like so, then the remaining pieces of redstone dust right there. And finally grab your lever and place it right here. Then you're going to want to change the comparator into subtract mode. To do that, right click it so that the front dot is on. And now when you turn it on like that, we should have a super fast redstone clock. And our trapdoor should be opening and closing very quickly. So turn it off for now. And now that we're here, you're going to want to grab your tridents and shoot them into the center of these top trapdoors. And once you're done, open them up so they fall down to the bottom ones and close it. And when you turn on the super fast redstone clock, we should have a Trident Killer. Now you're going to want to make it to this side of the farm and then break these 4 blocks right here and make them 3 blocks deep in total. Now go ahead and make this 5 blocks wide in total. Now once you've dug out the hole, grab some temporary blocks and place in 2 blocks like this from the side, and once you're done, go ahead and place down 5 beds on top, then break these bottom blocks and place in the remaining 5 beds, then get on these other beds and repeat the same thing on the other side as well. And guys, to break the bottom blocks, you might need to dig yourself a small channel right here, but once you broke the bottom blocks, just go ahead and place the last 5 beds. Then just fill in this area and make your way out of this little hole, and once you're done with all the beds, go ahead and cover up this hole. And now you're going to want to grab your 20 workbenches and go ahead and place 6 like this. Place 6 more on the other side as well. And once you've done that, on the remaining side, go ahead and place down our last 8 workbenches. Now get some more glass blocks and fill in the wall all the way around. And once you're done making the wall, this is where our villagers are going to stay, so make sure to place some torches right here to prevent any mobs from spawning here. Once you've done that, you're going to want to bring in at least 2 villagers from the nearest village, and as you guys can see, they should convert over into the fletching jobs just like that. And from here you can just give them some food and they'll eventually breed up to 20 villagers, but for now I'm just gonna spawn them in. And guys, once you have all your villagers, make sure to avoid these green suited villagers as they don't work. So to get the best rates, you're going to want to make sure all of your villagers have a job. But once you're satisfied with the amount of villagers, go ahead and fill in the floor with our solid blocks. As you guys can see, we already got some cats spawning, which means that the iron golem should also spawn soon. You're going to want to replace these glass blocks with our solid blocks as well, so that the iron golems can spawn on them just like this. Now you can grab your remaining glass block and make a 3-block high wall all the way around. And now for some of the final steps, all you're going to want to do is grab your signs and place 2 right here, and while crouching, place 2 more, as this should allow the iron golem to quickly fall into our hole. Then grab your water buckets and place 4 of them along this line. And lastly, you're going to want to place 1 more right here. And as you guys can see, if you did everything correctly, all of the water should be flowing into our hole. And that should be all the construction complete. And once you guys have made all of the potions, you can go ahead and open up the dispenser and place them in just like this. And now I'll show you how you can use this farm. So to use it as just an iron farm, all you're going to want to do is leave these magma blocks on just like this. So whenever iron golems spawn, they'll fall right in and the iron will be automatically collected. So to use it as an iron farm, as you guys can see, as soon as the iron golems spawn from our iron farm, they're gonna fall right into this hole. And since we have the magma blocks on, they'll start taking damage. And as soon as they die, the iron will automatically be collected by the hoppers. And if you open up the chest, you can collect the iron from the farm. But to use it as an XP farm, you're actually going to want to turn off these magma blocks and wait for some iron golems to fall into the chamber first. So when we get 1 more to spawn just like this, and once you're satisfied with the amount of iron golems in here, I'll show you how you can get the XP. And to get the XP, you're going to want to make sure that our Tyrant Killer is on. And once it's on, and to get the XP, you're going to want to dispense out our potion like this. Then go ahead and flick in these magma block. And as soon as that happens, our iron golem should start taking damage and spawn some silverfish. And as soon as these silverfish die from our Tyrant Killer, we can collect the XP by standing right here. So as you guys can see, by standing here, we're already up to almost level 10. And the iron golem should survive for about 50 seconds. If you guys want, you can heal him up with an iron ingot, but we can always just wait for more iron golems to spawn and get more XP later on. So from just 1 iron golem, you should be able to easily get about 30 levels and also some iron on the side. And as you guys can see, we're already close to level 20, and if you open up the chest, we already got a couple iron as well. And guys, to get the best rates for iron and XP, you're going to want to make sure that our iron golems spawn in the farm. So to prevent them from spawning outside, you're going to want to spawn proof an area around it by making into path blocks like this, or you can place some slabs or leaf blocks all around here to prevent the iron golems from spawning anywhere but in our farm. And you're also going to want to make sure that they're not spawning anywhere underground. Just make sure to spawn proof the area so that the iron golems will spawn in our farm.
And last but not least, we have the compact gold farm. With this farm, you can get infinite gold and also infinite XP super quickly.
Further ado, here's everything you need to build this farm. And guys, a quick note, you'll need multiple water buckets, but you can just take 1 bucket and just refill it. So go ahead and grab everything. And the first step is to find a decently empty space like this. Then grab your temporary solid blocks and place 1 in the corner. Then you can grab your obsidian and place it 10 blocks long. And after the 10th block, you're going to want to place another solid block, then repeat it in the air as well. Then another solid block. Now you're going to want to place 10 more obsidian just like this. And once you're done with that, you should be right over the other cobblestone block. So just place another one just like that. Then you can jump down and place the remaining obsidian. And once you guys have built another portal, just make your way down here and just grab yourself a flint and steel and just light it and break the portal a couple times just like this until you get a piglin to spawn. So as you guys saw, the piglin spawned on this side of the portal. So we're going to want to dig out our channel on this side. Break 2 blocks like this and make it 2 blocks deep. Now you're going to want to dig out this channel until the other side of the nether portal. And once you're done with that, make a wall around our channel. Make sure it's 3 blocks high and connect it up to the end just like this. Then grab your water buckets and place it in one of these corners. Now the water should flow all the way until the end, and you should have 2 blocks down here. And now you're going to want to dig these 4 blocks down by another 6 blocks. And once you're done with that, grab your pistons and place them just like this on all 4 sides. Then you can grab your observers, and to place them, you're going to want to dig in by a couple blocks like this. Break this block and place an observer. So then you can go back in and place another observer like this. So the arrow should be facing from left to right. Now repeat that on all 4 sides. And once you're done placing all the observers, go ahead and fill in the little gaps we've made with our solid blocks. Now that we're in here, you're going to want to break into the ground like this and place a couple hoppers going under our observer. Now place the remaining hoppers like this. Now you're going to want to make sure that the hopper is facing our glass blocks. Then you can break these blocks right here, make your way to the other side and make yourself a little room right here. Then break these 2 blocks and place a chest. And for now, go ahead and break this observer and break this block and place the last hopper going into our chest. Now you can place the observer again and grab your lever and place it right here. And to make sure that our trident killer works, go ahead and flick this lever. And as you guys can see, it should do a full loop just like that. Now you can grab your trident and throw it into one of the faces of the piston. Then you can grab your glass blocks and place them in front like this and cover this area up. Now grab your ladders and place them just like this and dig your way up. And once you've made it out of the farm, you should be on this side of the glass. And now to make the contraption that'll turn on and off our portal really quickly, first to stop the portal from turning on, just break one of the obsidian blocks like this, then make your way to the corner and place a solid block, then a dispenser just like so. And in the dispenser, you're going to want to place in our water bucket. Now place another solid block behind our dispenser, then you can grab your observers and place 2 just like this. Break this one, place another one like so. So we should have a super fast redstone clock. And as you guys can see, the water should be going in and out really quickly. Now place one more observer, then grab our solid block and place them all the way around our observers. Once you're done with that, you're going to want to make this wall higher by 2 more blocks. Then place some more blocks up here. Now you can grab your trapdoors and place them just like so. So as you guys can see from the other side, it should look like this. Now all you have to do is go ahead and place your lava bucket in the center. And finally, to make an on-off switch for the farm, just grab a lever and place it right here. And now to make sure the farm works, grab your obsidian and fill the portal in, and just like that, the portal should be turning on and off really quickly, and we should get some piglins spawning. And yeah, that's it. That's the farm complete. Now I'll show you how you can use it. And now to use this farm, all you have to do is you make your way down here and make sure that our portal is on up there, and just turn on the trident killer like so, and wait for the piglins to die. And if you stand right here, as soon as they die, we should get their XP. And as you guys can see, just in a couple of seconds, we're already up to level 4 almost, and you can just sit here for as long as you want and get all the XP you'll ever need. And if you guys check the chest, and boom, just like that, we already have 4 iron ingots in just a second and a bunch of these swords. So all you have to do is just AFK down here to get all the XP you need. And if you guys want to turn off the farm, all you have to do is turn on this lever right here.
And yeah guys, that's it. Those are 11 must-have farms in your Minecraft Bedrock 1.21.31 edition worlds.